Dang it. Can't go.
Darn.
Shucks, would love to, but can't. Hey guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. We are the Runk Fam. I am David.
I'm Katie.
I'm Nolan.
You're Nolan. And we already did a video of the top 10 things that we're super excited about seeing when we go to New Zealand.
Yeah.
We're also going to do a video of the top 10 things that we are unfortunately not able to do because of this little stinker. Traveling with a toddler sometimes makes things difficult. We have to play it by the ear.
Here, bud.
So without further ado, here's the top 10 things we wish we could do when we visit that amazing country.
Darn.
Okay, we've put the child to sleep, so here we go.
Number 10, wineries.
Wineries.
So this is not just the toddler, because we've taken him to wineries before. He's crazy.
Oh, he'll drink. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Here it comes. It's ouchie poo?
Mm-hmm.
Do you like it?
No.
I'm constantly concerned that he's gonna break a bottle, but I love myself some wine.
Well, we're from Southern California before coming here to Colorado, so there's some nice wineries in California, and you do partake probably more than I do. I don't drink that much,
No.
but yeah, you're gonna be missing out for sure.
And obviously, being 5 months pregnant.
I have heard that if you are pregnant, you are not allowed to drink alcohol.
Yeah. Well, I
So-
mean, strongly discouraged.
Strongly discouraged. And probably a lot of other things on this list.
Right. Yeah. But
Yeah.
that's the one I'm the most sad about. I don't know how it's 10 and not 1.
Well, you could technically go if we have a toddler. It's just you can't go because you're pregnant.
Yeah.
Number 9, the jet boats. These things look incredible. Gliding over the water, million miles an hour, right along canyons. I would totally do it. You might not.
I was gonna say, this is one of those that I'm like happy that I have a toddler, so because I can be like, oh yeah, no, Nolan can't do that.
Dang it. Can't go.
Darn.
Shucks, would love to, but can't. But I would go. Well, maybe I still can go, and you can just be on the shore with Nolan just waving.
That's fine. We'll Disneyland it.
Okay, yeah.
Sit at the bench.
You must be this tall to ride the ride, and he's not. So there you go.
Number 8,
Number 8.
the Auckland Harbor Bridge climb.
Yes.
This is another darn. I'm so sorry that I have a toddler, can't do it.
That she doesn't want to do. It's a tour of the Auckland Harbor Bridge, right? And then it's also, if you add the extra fee for it, you can go bungee jumping off of this bridge. Those of you that don't know, bungee jumping was invented in New Zealand.
This I've heard.
Yeah.
This I knew.
As well as another one of the things on our list. Number 7. We technically could do this one, but you have not met our child. Or maybe you have, and you understand why. Camper van life. We looked into doing the camper van.
We really wanted
We
to
were
try
like
it.
this close from doing it too.
Because what did I say? I said, I will go, but I don't want to repack every night.
Right.
Because we did that in France. We did it in France, we did it in Ireland. We were in a different room every night.
You just are traveling from Airbnb to Airbnb.
New
and
bed, new bed, new bed.
It's exhausting, unpacking, repacking. So having everything in one camper van looked appealing, but it is expensive. We looked at the cost of renting a car for the whole time we're there, driving from the north to the south, including a ferry option to go from the North Island to the South Island.
It was still way less.
And it was like almost $2,000 US less.
Yeah.
It
And
was-
we even looked at camper vans from the south to the north.
But yes, and that would be cheaper. But what I have heard is that it's nicer to go from the north to the south because the scenery gets better and better and
Yeah.
better the further south you go.
Like, you don't want to start the movie at the end.
No. Yeah, you want the cherry on top at the end, which is, I think, the way that we're doing it.
Yeah. Number 6, Zorb Balls.
Zorb Balls.
We saw Stacy in Danger do this.
Yes.
And I would do it. I would do a Zorb Ball with you.
Yeah.
Looks fun.
This is in Rotorua, where Stacy and Danger, they have their own YouTube channel. They're a Kiwi couple that loves to do travel. And so we got a lot of our ideas from them. So thank you guys. We'll link them in the description because they have phenomenal videos. But Zorb Balls are the big plastic balls that you dive into. You should be wearing a swimsuit because they pour some water in as well.
Cold water.
It looked like it was cold the day they went, but they went into hot tubs afterwards. At the end, you get to have a few minutes in a nice hot tub. Zorb Balls was another one of the things that was invented by a New Zealander, a Kiwi. So there you go. Number 5 is one that I really wanted to do. We still might do like a little piece of it.
This is one of those like mommy and Nolan will stay in the room and daddy can go.
Yeah, it's the Weta Studios in Wellington. They did a lot of the special effects for Lord of the Rings. They have done a lot of the special effects for Avatar, like the practical effects. They make the actual little figurines or the masks or the suits, all of the like little buildings in the background.
Yeah.
So it looks phenomenal just from going and looking at all this stuff. A lot of it's still
From
kind
a
of
cinematic
top secret.
Yeah.
They won't let you take cameras in. It also looks a little scary. There's some pretty scary masks. There's some scary looking goblins and ghouls. And so for a 3-year-old to be walking about very hyper realistic scary things, he might have nightmares for a while.
There'll be like a toddler level show on, and if there's a spot in the show he doesn't like, he'll say, "Mommy, I don't like this show, change it."
"Mommy, I'm nervous."
Yeah.
And he'll leave his little chair and he'll come to our couch.
Yeah.
But there is a small Weta Studios in Auckland. We are going to try to hit that up because that's close to the hotel that we're staying at. So
Yeah,
it's
we're gonna
not
try
as
to do that.
in-depth and maybe not as scary.
Number 4,
Number 4,
whale watching.
yes,
We've done this in
at
California.
SeaWorld,
Actually in the ocean.
the Shamu.
You're the worst.
I know.
I needed plenty of Dramamine for this.
Because she was in the splash zone.
You're gonna take this as far as you can.
But for real.
But for real, it takes a lot of patience to sit out on a boat and do whale watching. We think it might just be a little too long for Nolan. We've enjoyed it in other parts of the country, so we've done the whale watching thing. We're from that coastal side of the world, so.
Yeah. I also really enjoyed the seal show. Number 3. This one we technically could do. I've seen a lot of the different reviews saying that it's actually one of the nicest and easiest hikes to do in New Zealand. Also one of the most beautiful.
Yeah.
This is the Hooker Valley Track along the Mount Cook National Park. The only thing is, we are going to Franz Josef Glacier on the west side of the southern island. And I Google Mapped it to see how close it is. From looking at a map, they're pretty close together. If you click directions, it is then a 5.5-hour drive.
Yeah.
Because you're going around these huge mountain ranges.
To get to the summit, the start of the other one.
Yeah, it's a 5-kilometer hike, which isn't that bad. And they say you only rise 100 feet in elevation. And the pictures look phenomenal. And I would love to do it someday. But just not this trip and not with a 3-year-old who complains, "Mommy, my feet hurt, hold me."
No, his new thing is, "But I'm just a little Nolan.
I'm a little Nolan, hold me.
I'm just a little boy. How can I do it?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're doing shorter trails,
Nature walks.
nature walks, botanical gardens.
We are?
Yeah.
I don't know what we're doing. Number 2 is the Te Patu Maori experience, the cultural experience, and that is in Rotorua. And we really wanted to do this. We love culture.
I was this close to purchasing tickets.
We even emailed and got some deals and discounts, and they were really great. But ultimately, we were like, you know what? This is a 4.5-hour show.
It's an experience. It's an all-inclusive experience where you have your dinner. You are welcomed into their village.
Yeah.
They're doing their, chanting and dancing, and it's very intense. They're very up close in your face with the tattooed faces and stuff, which I would be all about. I think Nolan would be okay with it, but at 4.5 hours, they say it is like a long experience. And then they have an actual 1-hour show. The women do their dance, the men do their dance, and you learn the history of the indigenous people.
And I just kept thinking Nolan was going to try to go up there and dance with them.
Which he tried to do last Christmas at the Christmas fair. He thought it was his turn.
He was
to go.
halfway up the stairs to the stage.
So we will definitely experience this in some way, shape, or form, but just not the late night. It also goes into the evening, and again, that time change thing that we talked about. This is still pretty early on in our trip, and he might be trying to adjust to that. So
Mama's gonna adjust to that too.
yeah. All right, and the number one thing that we cannot do, but would absolutely love to do, is to get in a helicopter and go to the top of Franz Josef or Fox Glacier, whichever one has better weather that day. Because one, we hear that it's really weather dependent, because if there's hail, if there's high winds, if there's snowstorms, you are not allowed, like flights canceled, no helicopters going up to the glacier. I don't see our 3-year-old strapping on ice boots and helmet trekking through the glacier.
I think he would do it, but I don't think they have size 7 toddler ice boots.
Right, it's big. He would be super cute.
He likes to tell us all the time that he is strong big boy.
Yeah.
And he'll go for anything, but
He'll try it. There's probably a liability waiver thing there that they don't allow 3-year-olds into the helicopter and on top of the glacier. So can't do it this time. Thanks, Nolan. But we are still very excited to do all of the other things that we mentioned in our previous video. If you have not seen that, go ahead and click it. And if you like our channel and want to see our experience, it's T-minus 3 days. We are almost ready to get on our airplane and come to New Zealand.
Oh my gosh.
So follow our journey. We'd love to have you guys come with us.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks
Bye,
for
guys.
watching.
Bye.